Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our Friday live stream. Just get my computer ready so I can see your chats and stuff. Okay, so today I'm going to be pouring some paint. Not that I don't have hundreds of paintings waiting to get sold at the studio, but just wanted to do something fun for one of the last live streams of the year. Hey, Queldar. Cough? Cough why? Why are you coughing? You feeling okay? Do you want to jump in the chat? That would be fun. Okay. So, I have some Arteza metallics, have some Arteza regular paint, and we're going. I know. Okay. Is that better? I don't know what to do with that. It's most annoying. I just disconnected the microphone. There's something happening with a wire, with a cable. I think I gotta replace that. Hopefully the sound is better now. Just sounding a little bit tinny, or I don't know. Anywho, gonna be. Let me turn my volume a little lower. Okay, you wanna jump on the chat on Discord? If you have time and if you want, no pressure. Okay, so I love this pearl marmalade color so much. It's a metallic paint from Arteza, more like copper, really. They call it that, but more like copper. I'm using a lot of paint because I'm out of Floetrol today, and so it's gonna be using a lot more paint. Mixing it with water. That's good. Thank you for the feedback. Thanks for letting me know. I was hoping it's not gonna be bad enough, but I guess it is. The reason why this paint is looking like this is because I shook it a lot. It's just the bottom of my container. So I put some water in there and I shook it out in order to get all the paint out. Hello. Hi. New person with a name that I cannot read. Unfortunately, I cannot read that. So I think I'm gonna have to dilute this a little bit more. I promise, Queldar, next year we're gonna do all digital art. Promise. All digital art and oil painting for Harry. But it just takes a little bit of prep on my part, and sometimes just don't have enough time to prep. So this is a really easy way for me to do something artful. Sophia, hi Sophia. Very nice to have you here. So yeah, this is just an easy way for us to do something artful, and doesn't take a lot of pre-preparation for me. Okay, that's kind of loose, but it's okay. The black is mainly going to be the base coat. The base coat is okay if a little thinner. So this particular paint is Montmartre, this studio acrylic black. It's Hey, Louis. Yo. Clara. Oh, the whole family in the house. So I guess I have a lot to learn about. Guys, if you want to jump in the chat, that would be so good. Help me entertain. Help me entertain you. Hey, Aruna. Hello. Welcome. Oh, today's gonna be so much fun. Okay, so that's the pearl marmalade. I'm gonna show you guys a quick trick how I save my paints. You probably know though. When I get to the point where I can't even squeeze any more paint out of the tubes, I just cut it. You probably know this trick. You're probably pros. You're here. Okay, let me just move you. Hey, Clara, you're in.
Hey!
Hey, awesome. What are you up to today?
Working. Trying my best to not get distracted.
Well, always difficult.
Yep, but I'm taking it. It's good to have a break. I'm taking a break, so
Oh, that's good.
I'm drinking some tea.
You
Did
know
you
what,
get a chance to try the tea that I sent you?
Clara? Look what I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking the
Oh.
sencha tea from you. I think it's still a little hot. I love sencha. Thank you.
That's what I'm drinking too.
That's awesome. Ah, that's nice.
You'll have to tell me what you think of it. It's literally my favorite tea. I drink it. Yeah, look, I can see it now. And that's a nice looking mug.
Yeah, it is. It's a handmade mug. I used to work for this a shop where it was a part-time job right before I started teaching courses and stuff and acrylic, workshops. And they still sell actually all handmade things. So the owner buys all sorts of artisanal objects and items from artists, and then she sells them in the shop. And I got so many beautiful handmade artisan, items. So,
That's really cool.
yeah. Okay, so this one is called Pearl Space Gray. It's a really beautiful, looks like a very dark gray, metallic gray. So pretty. So, what were we doing? Did you go live last night, Clara?
Yeah. With my friends, with the Fearless Fabrications crew. I did a really silly portrait.
So when I set my setting in my phone, my reminder, I set it as a reminder, and it didn't let me know. So I'll have to set it as an event so that I get notified that right before it starts.
That's no problem. I have the video saved, and we do it every week on Thursday, so you can just join. Next week, I think we're doing an artist interview. So,
Ooh, who are you interviewing?
Sarah Lemon is her username. I don't know her actual name, but we'll find out on the interview.
Cool.
But, yeah, we do like an artist interview about every month or so. And it's a good way to kind of get to know other people.
It is.
Yeah, I learn a lot always from like getting that different perspective from different artists on what they do, and it's really cool.
Yeah. That's fun. Was this your? Is this going to be your first one coming up?
Well, our first one we did with Jenny, an Artfully Lived Life.
Uh-huh.
We did one with her, and then I think our second one was Bernie, who he's done like a lot of Inktober Art Snack stuff. And then we just did one not too long ago with Dread Pirate Brie, and she's another Art Snacks.
Yeah.
Have you seen her stuff? Her stuff is amazing.
Yeah, I know. She does all these beautiful fairy and fantasy stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, she had a lot of really, really good insight. I really enjoyed that interview. I wouldn't say, I mean, they're all good, but
yeah,
the stuff she shared was really helpful. And so this will be our fourth one.
wow.
And we'll just keep doing them.
That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to get an artist interview for you or any other artist who wanted to do an interview. We'll have to get that scheduled in at some point.
I'll have to get prepared. I'm not very good at. I'm learning to be more comfortable talking, like communicating. It's a little difficult for me. I don't know. I'm just learning how to get my point across or whatever my mission statement is,
Yeah, getting that kind of, I don't know. I can't think of the words right now either.
Yeah.
But like our artist interview, if you ever watch them, it's not real professional or anything. We just
That's
draw and ask, we'll just ask you questions that are pretty easy. Like, what art mediums do you find the most challenging? Stuff like that.
Cool. So right now I just put some phthalo green in this, and then I'm putting some phthalo blue. I want to make a really beautiful teal. What I found that my favorite color combination is like the copper with its oxidation, that copper and teal. My gosh, I really love that combination of colors.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful combo. Yeah. I like that color combo too.
Me too. And then I'm going to use some of this Montmartre turquoise. Oh, I love this color. You're gonna see it shortly. Mission statement. Screw that. Yeah, well, when you need to talk to people, you gotta not sound like a bumbling idiot, which is what I remember myself sounding like in the past.
I'm bumbling idiot's fine, as long as you're approachable.
Oh, I'm approachable as long as I have, like the social lubrication prior, aka a little bit of alcohol. Yeah.
I don't know. For me personally, I think having a good mission statement and sounding professional, like that's all good, and it definitely has its place. But I think people, I don't know, me particularly, I just like people being honest. Yeah, just being genuinely themselves. When they start getting into the whole like, I don't know, you can start telling when they're talking about something they don't actually believe. And that just doesn't connect with me as well. I like talk, I don't know, I like to hear what people actually think, not what they feel like they should think.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh yeah, I did. I mean, I kind of got new headphones. I've always had these headphones, but they didn't connect with the computer, so I bought a cord so they'd connect to the computer. And the old headphones, I don't have the heart to throw out yet because I loved them. They've been loved, but they don't work.
I had to approve Lewis's comment. I gotta go in my settings, I guess, and fix that. He says, mission statement, suck my heart with a big fat straw.
I can see how that may have needed approval.
I don't think he needs approval because his channel is not as sensitive as my channel, apparently. My channel seems to not be as accepting of...
Yeah, it must be some sort of settings, or like if you're adult rated or something.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, they say that a pet resembles their master. Maybe it's the same for the YouTube channel. YouTube channel is as sensitive as I am. They look loved or smothered with love.
Yeah, they're definitely smothered with love. I wear my headphones a lot. I just always wear headphones.
I love headphones too. Yeah. I think I'm gonna. We'll see where we go with this amount of paint, and then if I need some more black, I'll make some more black. I'm running out of black, which is a sin. Okay, I'm just putting some water in here and then seeing how we do with that. I'm not very familiar with just using water for the pores. I generally use Floetrol, but I don't have any at home at the moment, and when I experiment with the water again, I used it before and it was fine, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just need to use like 3 times more paint, which is okay, I suppose. I think that's actually gonna be even better because it's gonna be more opaque. We'll see.
Oh, I'm loving the color combinations already, though. Like, just in the cups.
Yeah. Really like this warm metallic combined with a cool blues. Find that very pleasing. Your channel rated R. About putting the peasants in their place through intellectual domination and ruthless genius. Yes, exactly. So when is that video coming out, Lewis? Are you working on it right now? Is that why you can't join the chat? Once my hands get full of paint, Lewis, I can't accept your comments anymore because I don't want to touch my computer with painted hands. So be nice if you want your comments to show. Maybe you can use another word for, you know, suck it, like bunny or something. I don't know.
Did you say bunny?
Bunny. I said bunny.
Yeah, so you should change, I guess, for now on Lewis, instead of saying suck it, you should say bunny it.
Yeah.
We'll understand what you mean. We'll understand that you're serious about bunnies.
Yeah. Do you guys know Better Off Ted? It's a show. Really funny. It's like a comedy show. And it's about this company, Viridian Dynamics, which produces all sorts of revolutionary devices for bettering the world, you know, and they employ the most intelligent scientists to work for them, and it's really hilarious. Portia de Rossi is in it. She's Veronica, my absolute favorite character, I think, ever. She's like my spirit animal. And then these two hilarious scientists, they were making some bombs, I think they were pumpkin bombs or something, and Ted had his daughter visiting for that day because he had to babysit her. And the daughter was in the room while they were talking about this destructive bomb, and instead of saying the bomb, he would say bunny, and then the bunny would smother everyone throughout a 1,000-mile radius, causing them to cuddling them or something. It was really funny. Would cuddle everyone.
Oh, I'll have to check that out for sure. It sounds funny.
It's such a funny show. Definitely have lumps in here. I hate lumps. Let's see. Real authority doesn't require putting peasants in their place. Exactly. Real authority automatically puts them in their places without peasants knowing it. Money on that. Viridian Dynamics. Exactly. See, Quelder knows all the good shows that I watch. I love that.
Eldar knows everything. I've come to understand this.
Isn't it great? While Lewis doesn't know anything.
He knows oil painting.
He knows oil painting. That's where his genius lies. But don't ask him about movies or shows or artists or... Just joking, Lewis. I'm just joking. Please stay.
Or Copic markers. Don't ask about Copic markers.
Yeah, don't ask.
Did you like yours that you got in the sketchbox?
I did. Yeah. I just need to practice more with them to really not be afraid to use them, because I'm still kind of afraid to use them. Afraid to add strokes, you know, because I'm always afraid that the next stroke is gonna mess it up. Because I don't know how much to layer and stuff like that.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, what helps with that is working from light to dark. Kind of like you do with watercolor, so that way
yeah,
it feels less intimidating to do that next step. You kind of just gradually get yourself into it. And do it quickly so that you don't second guess yourself. And if you don't like it, just do another one. You don't have much to lose.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. Good advice.
It worked. Everybody's different, but that's what worked for me.
Yeah. I love how bold you are with... You have so much contrast and such bold strokes. I really love that.
Yeah, you should see all the ones that I've done that didn't turn out, so...
Oh, okay. Because the one that I did for your challenge, that was actually the second one. Man, that night, it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I had just put my daughter to bed, and then Sam went to bed too, and I was there by myself. I was kind of tired. I'm like, ugh, I just want to go and relax and, you know, just put something on. And then I thought, I really got to get this Sketchbox video up, and I really got to get Clara's challenge done. So I'll just put on an audiobook and I relaxed for a little bit in the garage. So I did that. I came to the garage and I started working on the first piece, and it was like a half an hour, almost an hour I was working on it, and I really didn't like it. The shoulder was looking kind of awkward and it was too small, and I'm like, do I try to fix it or do I start again? And I said, fuck it, I'll just start again. So I started again. Oh my god, I'm so happy I did.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I really like how I could not expect a better piece. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. It was yours. And it was so well done, and that pose actually is deceivingly difficult. Like, that's kind of my biggest regret. I was trying to find an easy pose, and I think that pose was the opposite. It was harder than it looked. I was trying to find a pose that was easier than it looked.
You know, I think it was fine. I don't think it was too difficult. Just thought, no. I think the trick with that was to not show too much, because it was so easy in that it didn't show too much. And I think sometimes we try to show what's not shown, you know? Like, sometimes you want to show the face when there's no face to show there. We're trying to compensate for something that's not there. And I think the pose was fine because it was just the back. And given the back had all those shapes and you know, anatomy on the back, and that was beautiful too. I really liked it. But then it was just the hair, which, by the way, my first try, I did try to do the hair. Actually, let me show you what I did, because it's right here. It's gonna show up in a couple of seconds. This is what I had first. I don't know, probably wasn't an hour. It was just like a half an hour maybe. The hair, I really didn't like the hair. and this shoulder was really awkward, and I couldn't fix it because I put the color down, and then I did this one, which I'm very happy with. My only thing with the one that I posted is that, I don't know, maybe I wanted to have a little more texture on the head. It just looks like a big balloon.
I actually really like how you did the hair. I think it looks cool. I
Not...
like your final piece, but
yeah.
I don't know, maybe I would have kept going with it. I think it looks cool.
The anatomy wasn't good too. The shoulders were too small, and I couldn't make them bigger without sacrificing, you know, like I already put the darkest color down, and like...
Yeah, they're basically fancy pointy markers. That's correct, Lewis. They're very fancy though. They're like, each one is like $10 each marker.
8-ish, right?
Yeah, it depends where you get them. Yeah, if you get them like from cheaper places, you can get them as cheap as like $6. It depends on which one you get.
Right, and maybe if you get a set, maybe it's cheaper per item. You get a set. Let's see the chat.
The set's normally like $20, so that's like roughly $6.50. About $6 to $7 per marker.
Fancy point markers, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really such a marker fan. I don't know. I'm just not experienced with them. That's why I don't like them. Because with acrylic paint, you can kind of hide your mistakes. With markers, you can't really do that. So I guess that's why. Once you are at a level where you know your shapes and you know what you're gonna put down, then sure, they work. But you can't really hide mistakes with them.
Yeah, they're not... You can't cover them up unless you're going with the darker color.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess... yeah, that makes them scary, but they're nice. The reason I like them is they're just, you can just take, like, I just like pick like 3 of them, and you can pick like your limited palette ahead of time, and then you're done with color planning. You don't have to mix any colors, and you can just, there's something, I mean, I wouldn't use them for a final piece ever, but they're great for sketching and trying to figure out what colors work together, and just kind of like expressing that part of you that wants to kind of like be a little bit more hands-on instead of like all the planning, and see what you can make out of it. They're just great for that. But I mean, definitely wouldn't use them for a final piece because they're not archival quality. So the the pieces that I sent you, the oil painting should be fine, but that one with the lava lamp I sent you, make sure you don't have it in the sun because it will fade. It's not archival quality.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll mix these colors and then I'll show you guys the beautiful artwork that Clara sent me. My gosh, made me so happy. I came home from the it's funny, I came home from the last acrylic painting workshop course that I did with the 8 ladies at the studio. I was so relieved to be finished with it. Because it's a Wednesday evening, you know, and I always come home after 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm just beat. It's a late...
Yeah, teaching is a lot of work.
Oh my god, tell me about it. I got home and sounds like, you got a package. Your package came back. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And I saw the huge, big package. I'm like, that can't be Clara's, because she sent me... I forgot about the canvas. She sent me, you know, I was expecting like a folder sort of package. And I'm like, oh, maybe they sent it back. I was so happy. I'm like, yes, I'll send it back to Clara. And I'm like, oh, wait, this is from Clara. I was a little bummed at the beginning just because. just because of the loss. But then, man, when I saw, oh, your letter made me so happy. I almost cried.
Oh, I'm so
sweet.
Glad. Well, I'm glad it was a really big package, but I couldn't find a better way to ship that painting. So that's what we went with. I just looked for boxes around the office. And so I found one that was like for, I think, mats or something. And it was a bit big, but it worked.
Yeah, it worked. Everything got here safe, so. Long as that happens, you know, it's all good. Ooh, I love this gold. Do you guys see how delicious this gold looks? Mmm,
Yes, it looks fantastic.
pretty. Okay, what else? This pearl gray. Pewter, that's the color that I was thinking about. Pewter. This pearl gray looks like pewter. Let's see what the chat says. Apparently, just get Copex, made in Lithuania. So those are Copex, not Copex. Are those different? $10 chump change for me. I'm rich because of my success, of course. Louis doesn't know money. Money's just like pieces of paper floating in the ether. How do you think I pay my mannequins? You stole them. You bought them a drink at a bar. Daryl, Hannah. Wrong? Mannequin? I don't know that movie. So Copex, Queldar, are a version of Copex that are cheaper, made in Lithuania? Is that it? The boys are very shy today. We want to hear your voices. Or we can just hang as girls. Whatever. Whatever. You boys are afraid.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going quiet every now and then. I'm dipping in and out of work. Just give me a minute.
Oh, no pressure, Clara. Do what you gotta do. Beautiful pearl gray color. Okay. That's why you gotta jump in the chat, Cloudar, so we're on the same time.
Exactly.
You can't victimize yourself, right? You can't victimize yourself by saying, oh, you know, you have the power to change your reality. Want to be late? Jump in the chat, man. Alright, let's see this color transform before your eyes. Have this dark feel. It's always in your brain. Oh my god. I think Louis is talking to you, Queldar, about your always in your brain. You're pregnant with ideas, is that it? This color is going to be amazing, I tell you. Maybe too green? I don't know. Maybe I'll add a little bit of phthalo blue, or wherever it is. Phthalo green, here it is. I know this part isn't as entertaining, but I gotta do it. Preparing your paints is important. One of these days I'm gonna buy pre-mixed paints. I still haven't done that. They're just so expensive. I can't validate it, but...
Why buy pre-mixed paints? Mixing it is where you add a lot of value.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking to try them. Just, you know, like I'm not gonna make a habit out of it. But
Yeah,
unless
I
they
like the
send me
mixing.
free, yeah. Unless they send me free paints to try. Otherwise, oh my god, it's like buying chopped vegetables. It's really not worth it for me. I can chop my own vegetables. Like, my hands aren't chopped. For God's sakes. Not like an elder disabled person that can do things for herself. But if you are, I meant no disrespect. Like, good for you for having somebody else chop your vegetables.
It is convenient, and in a weird way, I feel like I'm actually more conservative if I ever buy pre-chopped vegetables, because then I'll just use a little. I don't feel like I have to chop the whole thing and use it all. You know, I'll just use exactly what I need.
Mm.
Like if I'm gonna throw it in an omelet or something, throw some onions, tomatoes, and then I'll keep the rest in the pouch and then eat it later for something else.
That's a good idea. Other people also, not that I am so insightful, but other people would buy like vegetables. I still have to do that. It just seems like a very good time-saving activity. When you get all your vegetables, you chop everything and you package them into, you know, portion-sized containers, and then you use them over the rest of the week, and then you don't have to chop them every single night. That sounds very practical. Okay, let's see what Lou says. Figured I should go by a different name when I teach art, as appears as playing noob. Wait. Oh, you changed your name in Discord? Of course the world revolves around you. Wait, if I join the chat, Louis will get jealous and join too, and then nothing but blah blah blah, Louis this and Louis that. Louis, Quelder, just jump in the chat. The more the merrier.
He's making excuses. I think that's
right?
clear.
Excuses. Come on. Chop. Vegetables. I put too much water, so now I need to add more paint. Just a little bit, and then we'll be starting momentarily. It's like color therapy. So even though
I'm loving these colors.
Yeah. Are they showing right on the... Because they often don't show right on the camera.
Well, I couldn't tell you.
Well, I'm sure it's a little different. They're a lot more vibrant in reality, but...
Well, they look... I mean, yeah, they don't look super vibrant, but it's like... I think it's just because of the shadows.
Yeah.
But once you pour them, they'll look very vibrant.
And once I pour them and I turn off the overhead lights to turn off the glare, that'll hopefully improve. This paint is very, very thin. Much thinner than the rest, I don't know why. Let's see. Your reverse psychology does not work on me. Just get in, chat. She wants you. I won't get in. It's not a trap. It's a trap. It's okay,
it's
guys.
It's definitely a trap.
It's a trap. Like... like a fawn in the woods with a machine gun.
Oh, that would make a good painting.
Queldar will probably know what I'm talking about.
Oh, is that from a show?
It's from Better Off Ted, yeah.
I just need to watch this show.
You do?
Better Off Ted. Okay, I'll just watch it.
So fun. My god, it'll grip you from the very first episode you watch it. They tried to freeze this guy cryogenics and to see, you know, if it's possible to freeze a human being, and hijinks ensue. It's hilarious. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna have to drain this turquoise because I noticed a lot of lumps when I poured it in, so... But first, I'm gonna drink some tea. Thank you, Clara.
Yay,
Really good tea. I love the rice in the tea. Who would have thunk that you could put rice in green tea? The Chinese, I suppose. Or is it Japanese? I think it's Chinese, right? Or Japanese, I'm not sure.
But they put rice in it?
Yeah, it's brown rice and matcha green tea.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's toasted. Okay. I can smell a trap a mile away. How does it smell? It smells like pretentious painter. Use words I know. Radiant dynamics, diversity. Just the thought of it makes these white people smile. We could make hot peppers that people couldn't eat, but we don't because people can't eat them. No, we can make hot peppers so hot that people can't eat them, but we don't because people can't eat them.
That's great. I have those peppers still.
Alright, straining some paint. Oh, I can just see all the lumps. I'm so glad I strained this paint. The traps of acrylic pouring. Almost nothing worse than lumps in your painting. Alright, so let's see. As we advance, I might need to make more, but let's just see. Oh, this is perfect. The gold has a perfect consistency. This one is a little thinner. The blue. Metallic, the bronze is good. This one is good. What is this? Pearl deep brown. So by the way, guys, these are the Arteza metallic colors. I really love these metallics. They're so great. And actually, I'm gonna do a pearl white too. I use these metallics for... This is what I used to make that big Chinese painting, Chinese dragon painting, if you remember. You guys remember?
Oh
it?
yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
How could I forget that one? It's
Of
so
course.
good.
How can you forget? So these are the paints that I use for that. Really
Oh,
love them.
cool.
Yeah.
I still don't actually own any acrylic paints, but maybe one day. They're kind of expensive, and whenever I use them, I go through quite a bit of them.
Yeah. Well, have to fix that. We'll have to fix that, Clara. I think I'm gonna do it in here. I don't have any good cups handy. Oh, this looks so good. Okay. Water. Looks like the inside of a shell. Hopefully you can see it. Do you see this, the bronze? The way I stirred it, it looks like there's a little galaxy inside there. So pretty.
I don't see it yet, but I'm sure I will. Oh, I see. Yeah, you pointing to it?
Yeah. So do you guys know acrylic pouring? Do you have any requests for a specific technique? Because I'm happy to do anything you want. I have something in mind, but I'll do another one of those Dutch pours with a hairdryer. And then I'm gonna do my favorite one, which is called a cosmic pour. Or yeah, I'll do a cosmic pour. And then I'm gonna do, I think, a straight pour too. Ooh, I'm gonna do the straight pour first. I've been trying to recreate a specific painting that I did a while ago, and I just could never recreate that. So beautiful. You can never recreate a pour. In my experience, I could never. If I did something amazing, it was purely by accident. What I love about acrylic pouring is that I come here and I'm not really, you know, I don't have anything in mind particularly. Like, I don't have a expectation. I just know that I'm gonna make some paints that I like, and I'm gonna do some my favorite techniques that I know that I like, because I've experimented with techniques, and I just have like a couple that I like. Others are so predictable that I don't even go for them if they're too predictable. But and then I just see what happens, and I just like to be surprised. I know it's not like, it's just something for fun, you know. It's like a craft rather than
I think it's
traditional
really
painting.
cool. It's something I'll be honest, I don't know too much about pouring because I think it requires a lot of setup and knowledge to kind of get into it.
And
Yeah.
paint a lot of, it's
Yeah, a
quite
lot of paint,
wasteful.
yeah. So I haven't ever, I've seen some that I like, but I've never got into it. So I don't know actually all the different pours and the way to pour them. So
Well, today I'll show you my 3 favorites. The
okay,
3
I'm
that
excited. I
I've,
want to learn.
yeah, the 3 that I've had most success with.
And what you like about them. I'd like to know what you like about them.
Yes. Well, actually the Cosmic Pour is the one that always ends up looking like something, because I use dark colors and more, you know, spacey colors. So it always ends up looking like either the outer space, or sometimes I get these surprises inside. They look, I've done hearts out of them. Sometimes I see these creepy fish inside them. It's like a Kinder Surprise, basically. When I lift the cup, it's like, whoa, I wonder what's gonna be inside.
Oh yeah, there's something magical about that, like having a surprise and
Yeah.
lack of control. I like that.
And then also with the Dutch pour, it's also the one with the hair dryer. It's pretty much the same. It happens so fast. That's why it's not my favorite, because I don't have as much time to enjoy the process. But afterwards, it takes me a while to see something inside. So in the beginning, very often I'm not impressed with what I've done, but after a while, if I keep staring, and maybe other people would say, oh, I see this and this, and then I would see it. So yeah, okay, let's see. She's waiting for you, Queller. Think of everything she has done for you. I need to work on my Christmas painting. Christmas painting? You have to pose down. You have to pose down? You holding? All right. Let's get to it, guys. What should we start with first? What should we start with? I said the straight pour, right? Okay. For the straight pour, I'm gonna be using the white pearl, pearly white, and then this turquoise, then this dark teal, and then I'm gonna be doing some gold and copper, and I think on the edge I'm gonna do black. So let's do that.
That will be really pretty. Ooh, I'm excited.
I'm gonna do it on this round canvas. I really like this canvas. I painted on it, and I'm not 100. Well, I was just gathering ideas for that acrylic painting workshop course that I did, and I was thinking what to demonstrate, what to show. And I did this, but then I thought it would be a little too complicated for people, so I just dropped the idea. But let me take you a little lower. And then a little higher. Okay. I think it's focused. Okay, so let me show you how I get my cup ready. Do I even have a cup?
that the best way you recommend doing pours, is having them kind of suspended like that with the cups?
Yeah, I either do that or generally, like usually, I just stick these push pins on the bottom of the canvas in all four corners. You're gonna see that in a couple seconds. But I only have 4 push pins at the moment, and then 3 others, so I don't have enough for all of my paintings. But I do like to have them off the table so that the paint doesn't stick to the table and keeps pulling down paint. Okay, that's pretty much all the cups that I have. I'm gonna reuse a cup because I'm out of cups. Okay, so the first color that goes on the bottom of the cup is the last color to come out. So I just want to put a little bit of white because I don't want too much. I want the center to be glowing, to look like it's like a glowing cave. And but I don't want that center to be too big. So then it's white, turquoise, and this teal. Then let's do... This copper looks a little thick. Add some water to it. So I'm getting a new car and I want to paint my car.
Oh, that's cool. You can do that?
Of course you can. You can do anything you want. I wanted to look like a dragon or something. I'm not really sure what to do with it yet, but I want it to be epic and amazing and cool. You know?
What kind of car is it?
It's going to be a Subaru Outback, I believe. You know, it's the same car that I have right now, only new.
Oh, that's a good car. I've heard.
It
I don't
is,
have one. I have a RAV4, but it's similar, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Subarus. They are great cars. It's long enough. We've been going back and forth with my husband, because he's like, well, maybe you should get a truck. Because I need something big to hold all of my, you know, painting supplies and all of my ladders and everything when I go and painting murals. So
oh yeah, like, that extra space would be nice.
Yeah, so he's like, maybe you should get a truck. So I've been looking for trucks, and I want a Jeep Gladiator, to be honest. It's what I truly want.
Yeah.
But it's freaking huge. But I still feel that, I don't know. The gas mileage really sucks on the Jeep Gladiator, and it's also expensive, and it's also huge. So, just gonna put this paint on the edges. The edge paint, if I just this paint will help everything flow easier onto the canvas.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that was what that was for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise the paint is gonna roll on itself, roll over, and then just kind of mess up the patterns that it makes when it rolls outwards. So this helps to help that paint in the cup flow better. Also getting my edges. Edges are still white. We don't want white edges ever. Okay, we got everything.
I have to go, unfortunately.
Okay, Clara.
But if I can, I'll be back. Okay.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for hanging out with me for a bit.
Always a joy.
Aw. See you later, Clara. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. So now I am torching this paint because I have a lot of air bubbles in it. And this heat kind of pops the bubbles. Alright. Let me see if I can do that in the cup. Ooh, torching a few of those bubbles. Okay. Hey, who's here? Quelder?
Lewis. No, just kidding.
Hey, Quelder.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I asked you about your art show, and then I think maybe you answered, but my headphones died. So
Oh, I
didn't hear.
didn't see the question.
Oh,
What was it?
well, I mean, how did it go, or has it not
It's
happened yet?
Tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So you're all set?
I am almost all set. Tonight, I'm going to the studio to hang the last pieces and to get everything set.
Hey,
Hey,
I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen.
actually, when I was saying it's not a trap, I was hovering over the room, just staring at it like, "Come on, Quelda." I won't take over, I promise.
All right, let's talk about Lewis's channel and why it's not doing so well.
hilarious.
We don't
No,
need to talk.
okay. Laura, you were saying, sorry.
Yeah,
Before we so rudely interrupted.
You started it.
Yeah, so tonight I was going to have a workshop, a flow art workshop, but nobody signed up, so I'm just getting together with my my friend, my art studio friend. And then the other guy who always comes, Paul. Maybe you guys know him from Instagram, Dr. Paul Art. He's like the biggest fan. No offense, guys, but he's like my biggest fan.
Did he draw a cyberpunk portrait of you?
Not a cyberpunk portrait, but he did do a portrait of me a while ago. He also sends me, postcards every year for Halloween and the holidays, and he comes to every single one of my flow art workshops, and he shares.
Wow.
I know, he's awesome. He's such a sweet guy too. He brings wine too, like, yeah. I still love you guys.
Oh!
I don't want to know. This is just attention grabbing. What's happening right now? Like he didn't fall or anything. This is just like ways of diverting the attention.
No,
continue, Laura.
Go on, Laura. It wasn't, but
Are you okay, Lewis?
I have like a really, my setup is I have a screen on a table and I sit on a couch. That's my computer and I have the keyboard on my lap. But it's good, it's comfortable. But when I move sometimes, like I'm really stiff, and so I'll hit something. I'll hit my knee or like I always do that. Well, I was lifting the keyboard. Around something and it hit the table and I kind of fell back. And that was the sound. Completely unintentional.
Completely.
And then Queller was just a dick about it, so that's essentially what happened.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, Laura.
Oh, I was done.
Or were you?
Oh, I was done before I started.
Mm. You were done before. That's pretty funny, actually.
Why, thank you. This was not what I was going for, but it's relatively what I was going for. I just feel like the inside is a bit too bright, but it's okay.
Laura, it looks really good on camera, though.
It's like it's glowing.
Yeah.
It does look like it's glowing. It's a bit overexposed on camera. There's a little more texture in there in the middle. But, it's as to be expected on camera. My camera, anyway, because I don't have one of those $3,000 cameras. Oh, no! Just got some schmutz in there.
Some schmutz?
Schmutz.
Are we
All right,
Jewish all
I
of a
have a
sudden?
question.
Hmm?
I have a question, Laura.
Sure.
What does Numa Numa mean?
It means only. Why?
Really? It actually means something.
Where'd
Thought
you
it
get
was
this
just
from?
some dumb. You know that song? That famous song?
Your favorite song? Oh,
No,
please.
that famous song. That
Oh.
famous song. Wait, I'll look
Oh,
it up.
that one?
I gotta tell you though, all the best, all of the Romanian songs that have made it, in the world outside of Romania, they
Mm,
freaking grind my gears. They're the worst songs ever.
that's how it always is.
I knew
My
it. I
God,
knew it.
they are so bad, so hollow, and just ugh.
You know who's good? You know who's good? Accent.
Oh, shut up. Honestly, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. No, it's not. Not. Not if you're Romanian and have, standards.
Huh.
I mean, everybody's got their taste. I don't want to bash anybody's taste, but I'm just saying it's hollow and meaningless, and they just do it for the money. And for the girls, probably, which, I suppose.
That's the truth. This is the truth.
Do you know these songs, Lewis?
Of course not.
Really?
I don't know. Wait, which songs is it on the stream right now?
No.
What
No,
song?
she,
the ones
she
that
would
were-
never play this.
I would
One's called
never.
like, I don't know, Laura, I don't know how to pronounce this right. But it's like Dragostea something.
Dragostea din tei. Do you know that song?
Yeah,
Maya he, Maya ha, Maya ha. Yeah, don't,
Yeah.
just don't. I'm gonna go and put this away. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, it's a horrible song. Horrible song. Yeah. I know. That's how
Especially
it
when I
always
sing
is.
it. It's called the love from the whatever. I don't know what kind of tree that is. It's like the tea tree or not tea tree. It's like elder. I think it's elder. I don't know. They make tea out of.
Elderberry?
No. Linden, that's it. You know the linden tree? Ooh,
Yeah.
that makes some really nice. It's a beautiful tree and it makes really nice tea. So it's called the love affair from the linden tree.
Okay.
I mean, I thought there was good music like in the 90s, maybe some early 2000s, but it just started. I don't know who does this, but just the trends and what's popular, it all in, they play them to death on the radio. They're just horrible. The songs, a lot of them are.
I know,
Every once in a
right?
while, you'll have a good one, and it's like, yeah, this is pretty good. But then you get tired of it because they keep playing it.
That
Yes.
be true.
Yeah.
Ah, I broke off.
Okay.
So what are you doing, Lewis, right now?
Right now, I'm still at my apartment. I'm just taking a little rest. I worked a lot this week. It's just been nonstop. Like I
Mm.
had to go home last night even late and just been doing stuff outside as well, having to fix my parents' internet. Their phone system has been down. My mom didn't tell me. It's been down for a month. That's horrible.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, she has her cell phone, but still, I mean, they're going to be missing calls and such. And
God forbid you
Yeah.
don't get those bill calls that
I know all those robocalls. I mean, I feel so bad for her. She missed them all.
we actually
So-
ditched our main line because we only get spam calls like all the time. Only
Oh,
spam
really?
calls. We just ditched it, and now everything we send up with our cell phones.
Mm. It
I
was
think-
funny because with the AT&T call, I told them, I was like, look, this is the third time I've called you guys, and like the first two times I took time off work so I could, because so I could be there and like actually be at the house. But then they were like, no, because they outsource a lot of the jobs over to like India and stuff, so they have people who are awake like
Uh-huh.
late. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so I had been taking like mornings off to talk to them, and like I was so pissed off because I was painting. I had the phone on my palette. I was just like I had, and I was to get through to a support like agent,
Mhm.
like with AT&T, they run these tests. It's actually quite efficient, but the problem was I kept on getting cut off after they ran the test. So I'd have to talk to a robot, say the same things, give them the account number, tell the problem, then they go through, okay, we are going over your system, and we will tell you what we think. And then they're like, yes, you need to speak to an agent. And it did this, and I kept on getting cut off until like I really lost my temper. I was like, the third or fourth time this happened, I was like, they're like, what's the problem? I was like, I don't have my effing internet. Like, I was just so pissed because I was so mad. I kept on getting cut off, and because I wanted to paint, I wanted to get this thing done.
Mhm.
And afterwards, I just started laughing. I was like, I'm literally cursing a robot out. That's what this day has come to. So it was worth it, though. I felt better afterwards.
Of course. So anyway, if you're interested in what I'm doing right now, which is highly unlikely, I'm just doing the Cosmic 4 for all of you who want to know the Cosmic Flip Cup. I'm just using these cool colors and the extra white metallic. The metallics create these kind of bubbles and cells. I'm not really going for that right now, but it's probably gonna be a little dark, but I'm going to use a lot of this turquoise. Hopefully it's not going to be too dark. The white is still metallic. We'll see.
I like it, Laura. I like these techniques that you use. They're very fascinating to me.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm serious. You don't believe?
Wow,
Are they? What?
That was the most skeptical are they I've
Exactly.
ever heard.
Very, very skeptical of you, Lewis.
I tell the truth a lot, and people are always surprised when they find out that I'm not lying.
You're a liar.
Because you know what I'm
Shut
doing
up.
right now. Because you know what I'm doing right now. I'm just putting a little bit of the pearl white and just gonna put a little bit of the turquoise and just see what happens.
There you
And then
go.
just flipping the cup over, just like
Mhm.
this, and just going with the flow, like a peasant.
Yes, a peasant.
Yes, a peasant, indeed. All right, so now observe the miracle. You're gonna observe it in like 15 seconds. But this will be a miracle, okay? I'm pricking. I'm pricking.
Mhm.
The cup.
you okay?
Oh, and it's coming right out. Okay, here it comes.
Wow, this is kind of strange.
What is strange? I'm using a different
Is-
cup and it's split unexpectedly. It was much more difficult to prick the cup because it's hard
There we go.
plastic. But it's working and it's beautiful. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna be a really
Wow.
beautiful background for something, at the very least. And I have a really nice canvas underneath actually. It's not one of those very like bottom line cheapos. It's like a medium cheapo.
How do you learn this crap, Laura?
How? Blood and tears. A lot of time that. Okay, I'm lifting it up. You guys are gonna see it in like 5 seconds, and you're gonna see the I call it the oyster right in the middle. It's the oyster, and it has all these beautiful fractal-y structures. Oh, I'm really loving it. And then I'm torching it because I love it so much. I'm torching it because there's so many air bubbles in here. There's a lot of these paints or the I shook a lot to get them out of the bottle. There's a lot of air bubbles. If I don't do that, I mean, you know how Lewis.
Yes.
I kind of was fascinated after watching some YouTube videos, you know,
Mhm.
And I thought, wow, that's such a neat thing to just try an experiment. And I tried and did it. And oh my God, like so many people kept telling me, oh, I'm not creative. But there's a lot of people that say that, and they're not really willing to invest the time in learning something, you know? And the moment that I did this, I found that it's so freaking easy to create some easy, fast art. This is really the fast food of art, for real.
Is it? Yeah.
And because it's so, and that's why, you know, you can binge on it, you can, you know, destroy your whole financial situation because of it. And the only thing, you don't get fat, but you know, you're broken, you don't have any more space to put stuff in your house because of it.
Yeah.
But then the moment
Is
that I
what you
tried
tell
it,
your students?
no, the moment that I tried it, I'm like, oh my God, this, I could teach this.
Right.
I mean, I was, because a lot of people said, hey, you should teach how to paint and you should teach art. And I was just really intimidated by the idea, first of all, because I'm self-taught and I don't really have like a strategy. And, you know, I wasn't taught a step-by-step method of how to learn and how to teach. I paint mostly intuitively. So everything that I do, I just do it by feel, and I don't verbalize it in my mind. I don't strategize it, but I go by what feels naturally. This thing, I said, I could totally teach this to people and show them that they too can make something, you know? So this was kind of like a stepping stone in my teaching experience. And, you know, after a year and a half of teaching this, then I kind of felt comfortable teaching acrylic painting. So I feel like everything is like a stepping stone to something greater and bigger. But it's so fun, and I've done so many amazing and incredible paintings with fluid art, and some of them are just like background for other pieces. I mean, you guys are gonna see because I'm gonna take pictures of the art show, and most of them are there displayed, and then I have like hundreds of them in bins that are gonna be just like $20 because I gotta get them out of my house. But I'm liking this. It's very nice. Let's see. Clara's back.
It's really funny what she's saying. Typical.
Qualdar says, "You intimidate us, Clara," and I don't. Well, I feel offended.
It was
A little
Qualdar's
bit.
fault. He wasn't hopping in. I was just waiting on him to hop in.
Anyway, I just want to comment on what you're saying. And I think that despite what Lewis says, you know, the most important thing about art is actually doing it, you know,
Yeah.
and
Just
whatever it takes. Well, I mean, yeah, you could. I can totally imagine someone looking at Lewis's videos and being so intimidated.
Oh
you
my
know?
God. Someone
so
like
gorgeous.
everyone. I think people who join Lewis are the fearless ones. Like we are
Damn right.
the fearless ones.
You are. I
And-
have to give that to you.
I know.
Especially once y'all see the next one.
Okay.
Oh boy.
No. But what I mean is like when you're like so hardcore about technique, I can understand for people who don't know anything about art, it's like, holy shit, like this sounds like a lot of work, you know? Like it's kind of, I can imagine.
Especially
like
since
the way I started, like you were talking about pouring, the way I started was actually with a paint along, digital paint along, like really easy, you know, like put red here, put
Yeah.
yellow here. Like anybody can do that, you know. That's how I started. And then it went from there. So I think the most important thing is that you just do it a lot, and then hopefully you'll get around to the technique at some point.
Yeah.
Lewis is fuming right now.
Can you guys move Clara into our live stream chat
Yeah.
room,
Sure.
please? Thank you. I'll be right back.
Oh, she went back herself. I guess she doesn't want to talk to us. Lewis, it's okay. You can reply. You can reply.
Huh? Try pulling her back. Try pulling her back.
But I did, and it went back again. It keeps going back. Yep.
Was
Can-
someone?
I pulled you in, Clara. Only I
No,
have the
she
power.
went back again. Look.
What? Clara? What are you doing?
I won't.
I don't know. Maybe something's messed up. I don't know. This doesn't make sense.
Only
It says limited on the
She
on the
keeps
voice.
on moving herself back. I don't know what's going on.
Lewis, it says
What?
limited on the streaming room. I don't know if there's.
There's no limits. There's no limits. The fact that she can get in here, you know, we got 4 people, and it's just she keeps on, for some reason, she keeps on moving herself back out of the room.
Huh, I keep pulling her in.
Try again.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look.
What? Huh?
Are you doing
Where's
this,
she-
Lewis?
I was waiting for y'all to catch on.
Oh, look at what she's
I got
going
you,
nuts
Claire. I
in the
got you. We
chat.
fixed it. We fixed it. We fixed it.
We
We're good.
fixed it.
Yay!
I have no words. That was mean.
Oh my god. Louis, were you behind this? Oh my god. What a nefarious doer.
Took y'all long enough. I thought y'all would have figured that out like immediately. Immediately.
Okay.
I figured it out immediately, but I had no voice.
She said, Louis, I know it's you. She knew it's you, Louis. Okay, I'm gonna
Hmm?
pour over this because I'm not 100% sold on this one. Okay, we're gonna do that the Dutch pour on it. Okay, let's do it. This is gonna be so exciting.
So what was the Dutch pour again?
The Dutch
Dutch
pour,
pour.
you will see the Dutch pour is the hair dryer technique.
That's
Oh, yeah,
when
that's
Queller
right.
goes to the bathroom.
Oh god. That was set up.
The 12-year-old Dutch boy.
I don't know why it's called that, to be honest.
Afraid, shivering, butt-ass naked in his one-bedroom apartment, laying on his back.
Are you talking about yourself?
A slight
It's
whimper.
his
that sounded
autobiography.
in to a
Oh, this is-
6-year-old girl.
This
His
is the
earliest
video-
memories.
The video monologue.
Pink beret
Oh man. That...
and a hula hoop.
That was so weird.
Is there like something behind the monologue, or is it just?
It's his earliest memories, right, Louis?
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I thought it was perfectly narrated. You shouldn't have to ask any questions. Essentially, what it was, Quellar's work was not good enough to be judged by me, so I laughed it off in the beginning. But then afterwards, my compassion shone forth. I said,
Your
I need
mercy.
to help Queldar because I see the true Queldar naked, shivering, afraid, all that stuff.
Right, right,
Ponytail.
right. Oh, you're reading your script right now. I remember
Yeah.
because I remember this from your
Not
video.
reading it, I have it memorized.
Yeah.
I still have it memorized.
Oh my god. You know, I figured it out, guys.
Golden, sweet, and juicy.
I
Keep
figured
that
it
in
out. You know why Louis doesn't watch any shows? You know why Louis doesn't watch anything? Because he needs space in his brain for all of these narrations that he makes, to humiliate everybody in the in the name of bettering us.
Put myself up, no confidence whatsoever, so I have to bring everybody else down.
All right,
Oh.
so
His brain is just full of.
We
its
knew
own
that, Louis.
entertainment. You don't need to watch entertainment when you have your brain, Louis.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
we knew it from the start.
Well, I'm just above a lot of things. What can I say?
Right. What can you say?
Ooh, there's the pour.
There it is. Okay, so we did a teal, the turquoise blue, and the pearly white. And then let's do this beautiful copper. And
Do me the
do a little bit of this pewter on the edges. Maybe a touch of gold. I know this is too much paint. I just can't stop with the paint. Okay, it's gonna be a little noisy because of
Be
the.
right back.
Okay, Lewis, you're gonna miss the whole action, but okay. But okay. And just a little bit of black on the edges.
I think I like this pour style the most.
Let's see if my. Okay. Trying to figure out this dryer. What? Okay, low, hot. Why isn't it working? Oh, hang on. Okay, so first step, just pushing everything inside. Now, let me. This actually pops the bubble.
Are we losing audio?
Yeah, I think we might have. Are you still there, Laura?
Knife.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh no, she took the audio off because it's loud. Because it's a blow dryer.
that's
Look how
cool.
magical that is. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that's crazy.
Why, thank you.
How?
That's so pretty.
I feel that it's too much gold inside. Right? Am I
Laura,
right?
You see things differently, I think, when you do them. I think that looks really good. I like the gold.
I don't think it's too much
Yeah,
gold.
Beautiful.
And it's gonna dry. It's gonna dry a little darker because they always do. But I'm really enjoying all the little textures, and there's a lot of lacing happening on the outskirts, and there's gonna be a lot more happening as they develop.
Mm.
It looks like tortoise shell.
Yeah, it does. Those colors work so well together, and I love, like the little tiny like points. This is like definitely one of those you don't want to overwork because you'll lose that.
Yeah. I'm gonna
So
overwork
this
it.
is this a Dutch pour?
That's what they call it. Yeah.
Makes sense. It's the best one.
It is the best one, but I don't know if that makes sense.
I'm kind of.
Well, that was so unnecessary, Clara. So unnecessary.
Kind of want to add more green to it, more brights, and more turquoise and green. What do you guys think? Should I just leave it like this, or?
I like it like that, but I don't
would
know. I
leave
mean, do
it
your
like
thing.
that, but I
Okay, you know what?
understand the desire to want to play with it more, and I would never want to hold you back from experimenting.
It's fine. I have more paints. I'll do more. I'll do another one. I have more canvases too.
How long does this take to dry?
Oh, 2-3 days.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
This is acrylic?
It is acrylic, yeah.
Wow. But I guess it's so thick, it just takes a while, huh?
Yeah, because it's so thick. I mean, this particular one, the Dutch pour doesn't have as much paint on top of it as the other one, so it'll dry a little faster.
Gotcha.
So, I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a couple more. You guys, thank you for hanging out with me. This is awesome.
You
Of
know,
course.
I really enjoy Fridays just for this.
Aw, makes me so happy. That makes me want to keep doing it, because very often I'm like,
Well, I don't mean to put pressure on you for your
No,
Fridays.
no
I'm
pressure.
sure you always have things you want to do too. But I always really enjoy Fridays. Are a good day for me because they're like the least busy day for me as far as work, so I can kind of get away with slacking off.
I'm gonna slack off some today. I need it. Get out. What Christmas painting are you doing, Quellar?
good question.
It's like I'm trying to draw something in the style of Peanuts,
Peanuts.
Yeah.
You know,
Interesting.
the show.
Snoopy. You know.
I don't know if
Oh,
Lewis
that's cute.
knows.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant the food. I was picturing. I don't know what I was picturing.
Okay,
Mm.
let me show you guys something. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Do you see? It's very vague. Very. You gotta have an imagination for this. But do you see the like a dragon head in this one? You're gonna see it in a sec. So this would be like the beak, face, and then the eyes. If you imagine
I
there's
see it.
eyes
I
in
totally
here.
see it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
your
could-
stream is a
Here.
little bit ahead of mine then. Ooh, whoops.
Hi, Miriam.
Hey, I can report
Oh, hi,
Quellar.
Miriam.
Thanks, Disney.
Okay, then I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll work on it later. I'll do another Dutch pour. This will be fun. I may need to. Okay, this one actually has the push pin, so I'll take these cups off. How's it going,
Oh, it's-
Miriam? I need to make more turquoise though. Just get more out of here. 'Cause I'm
Oh yeah,
out.
it does kind of look like a peacock, like an angry peacock though, not a happy one. Like
Ah,
a
peacock.
peacock out for revenge.
Revenge. Okay, where am I even? I'm all over the place today. I had another one. Here it is. I gotta check out your Vlogmas. I started watching your Vlogmas video, Miriam, and then I got distracted.
Oh, I watched both this morning. They're really good. I really enjoyed them. I love having like vlogs like that kind of in the background in the morning. It's a good way to kind of get me motivated. I watch those and I'm like, oh yeah, I should be doing more stuff.
Okay, so here's what I do when I run out of paint. I just put some water in this big container and then look for the cap, which I don't know where it is. It's a little tough working in a small space because then you can't find anything. But I'm not complaining. Soon enough, I'll have a huge art studio, guys. A huge one.
It's huge.
Huge.
Right.
As big as Lewis's?
No.
Lewis's art studio.
Even bigger than Lewis. No,
as
probably
dark
not.
as Lewis's.
Good.
As many mannequins and wigs.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Only
Hey, came in
males.
handy yesterday.
Only male mannequins.
That was so frustrating setting that thing up at first.
The mannequin.
Yeah.
I'd hate
It
to
was
check
helpful
their fridge.
though.
Every time I use those Velcro things, I just thought of this. Literally every time I use those things, it never works. It never works. And yet I try. I continue to try. Never works.
Yeah, it's it's when I saw that you're trying to post a daily art vlog, Miriam, I thought, oh my god, that is so brave and courageous of you. Like, daily?
Yeah, that's a lot of work, but that's
That's
also a lot of content.
Huge
so
undertaking. Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain. More content.
It's all about content.
Yeah. Are you gonna do a daily vlog too, Lewis?
You can't even do a
Just-
monthly one.
I
Come on.
can't even do a monthly. I'm just focusing on, honestly, getting the painting done in YouTube right now. I've even gone by the wayside with Instagram. I check Instagram, but 2 weeks ago, I was so overspread. Granted, I was still setting my classes up.
What did I say was gonna happen?
Yeah, I think
What
we
did
all
they have to
mentioned
say?
this.
I'm man enough to say. I knew it. But I focus on I'm just going to go. The base plan was grow YouTube, get your painting done because that pays for the bills. That's smart. It's not smart to split off in 3 or 4 other directions and take the time away because I was getting, and the other thing is I wasn't I had temporarily stopped working on the painting,
Mm.
you know, because this gentleman kept on, you know, saying, "Oh, this needs to change" every time I would stream it. So I didn't have enough time to work on it. So it's been very helpful being able to do that during streams. But
yeah, that gives
I
you a
really
good amount of time to work on it.
that really set me back some. But I can make that up. But I'm not gonna lie, this one's a little bit rough. But I've been through this before, so it'll come out good. But yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Clara.
well, I was just gonna say, I noticed that like something happened to Lewis because he stopped liking all of my Instagram posts, and I figured the only reason is not because they weren't good, but because like I don't know, he died or something, or he lost Instagram on his phone.
I'll get back to that.
That's the
It's
only
the only reason.
excuse. That's the only excuse we take from Lewis. Only if he dies is he allowed to stop liking our posts on Instagram.
No,
must
that's
like,
something
you must
that I need to
comment.
be doing, and I want to be doing,
And you need
and
to
I
share.
just haven't done the last week.
I never got feedback on my painting.
Which one? The portrait? The which one?
Yeah, but it's like I sent it to you like several versions ago. You're like, yeah, I'll give you
Oh,
feedback.
really?
Yeah,
It's
Did
still,
you
it's still in
ask for
process.
it's
So if it was like a couple weeks ago, I was literally, I couldn't keep up with anything. I was trying my best, like I was doing. I was over my head.
all right, Lewis. This is an intervention.
Yes.
It's time to turn your life around.
You want me to write stuff down, right? Okay, let me write it down. I'm gonna start writing
Yeah.
it right now. I have. Let me pull my script out, and then I'll read it to you. Okay.
Just a sec, Lewis. Before you do that, before I forget too,
Yes.
I just want to show you guys the wonderful present that I got from Clara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna see it in a couple secs. Right after I wave hands at you. See? I'm waving it now. Okay. So this is the beautiful oil painting. It's one of Clara's first oil paintings that she did in Italy. And Clara, if you want to talk more about it, you're welcome
Oh wow,
to.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
It was part of the IB Arts oil painting that I did in high school, and I had an art teacher help me like go about it. So I mean, I painted it completely on my own, but he helped guide me a little bit. And
Mhm.
it's for a theme called Lost. I did a whole bunch of paintings on Lost because I was a teenager in another country, so I felt very
It's-
lost.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I'll have to have my
Awesome.
friend frame it, and then all of the amazing watercolor that she sent me. This is her scroller box. My gloves are clean. I'll show it to you here on the screen. It shows better. I really love this cyber whatever the theme was. It was
Oh, it's like
addicted dystopian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love this one. And then this one, oh my gosh, so dreamy and so cool. Oh, it's really cute.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Very graphic.
Yeah. Wow. So cleanly made too. It really looked, and so
Wow. Cool.
so
like it.
shiny. I really love
It's a-
it. Like,
it's
oh,
those
it's an
markers.
original.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
this
see it on the
one.
back. So cool. Even
Just
the
don't put
back
them in the
looks
sun.
cool. Oh, I wouldn't. Even the
they're
back
not-
looks cool. This lava lamp is really neat looking. So yeah, thank you, Clara. That was very sweet of you. And then to make things even better, she wrote me this cute little letter. I won't, read it, but oh, it made me really happy. Made my heart filled with warm apples. Okay.
Well, to be clear, I didn't do this all for free. This was all payment for a piece that Lara was gonna send me. But
That
I-
changes it completely then.
yeah, yeah, I don't
It
work
means
for
that-
free.
Of course.
Follow.
Yeah,
And
you
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 don't
tell
have
them,
to-
Clara, you're not a free artist, right?
No.
You're selfish. You're very
Okay.
selfish.
Let's get to it. We're gonna
We did
do
an art swap.
Yes. Gonna be cool. And don't worry, if you're not in love with any of these paintings, I am 100% Clara that you're gonna see something that you're gonna love within my other hundreds of pieces.
I like that last one you did. The last one, honestly,
Cool.
that one satisfies. But I really want to find. I feel really bad about not finding the one you already sent me.
I actually sent you two because there was another one that I had done in the past
No,
that
don't tell me
looked
that.
very similar.
No, there's two. No, so there's somebody in the apartment next to me with both of your paintings hanging up, and he's like, "Wow, I just got the best deal. I got these free paintings because this sucker put the wrong address on."
You know what pains me is that they
Jeez.
didn't even, go to my website, or what pains me even more is that I didn't put enough spammy advertisement stuff in the package for them to see, like, oh, this business. It was more like a friendship package rather than a business package.
Friendship package.
Miriam's asking if you signed those pieces, Claire.
Oh, I didn't. None of them. Sorry.
What's the matter with you?
I don't sign my work, but
You idiot! You should.
Neither do I.
I don't
You
remember
idiot.
if I did. I started signing them on the back because I really hate signing on the front. Besides, my
Oh, yeah.
signature
I don't
is
like
Sign
awful.
your work.
I know,
I
my
think once you
signature
sign,
sucks.
once you sign, you're like admitting you're an artist, and that can never
Yeah.
happen.
yeah.
Like,
Been signing
generally
my work
sign
ever
it.
since I was 2.
Yeah, duh. You peasants.
Yeah. I'm not at that level yet. I don't know. I'll sign it if somebody asks me if they like hunt me down. Like I've made paintings before for friends and they're like, I want this signed. And I'm like, I don't sign my work. And they're like, I want it signed. So then I'll just grab a
Of
marker
course.
and, sign it.
Yeah.
So I will do it if I'm forced to, but
Mm-hmm.
Clara, you guys, you have to sign your work because it makes it more professional and it will go for more. And people
Mhm.
like that stuff and you need to be proud of it. You're not in preschool anymore.
It'll go for more than 0.
yeah, I mean, I
It'll
didn't
go
give
for
it
more
away.
than negative money because it
No.
takes you time and materials to do it.
I think Lewis is trying to make us feel better, but it's not working, Lewis.
Yeah, I'm not
You
saying
idiot.
you guys. Well, you do suck, but I'm not saying you suck and you don't deserve to have your name on it. I'm saying you deserve to have your name on it.
Right.
You should.
I appreciate it. I get
You're
what
welcome.
you're saying,
Right.
and
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate the sentiment behind it. And you're right. I should have signed it. I need to have more
Should've
confidence
signed.
in my art.
Oh my gosh, some people.
I know, right? Queldar?
Listen,
What do you have to say? Huh?
you
Mhm.
and your no plan YouTube channel need to shut the hell up. Okay?
I actually do
Get
have a
him,
plan. I
Queldar!
just haven't submitted it to you, Dutch. I just
Then
haven't
it's-
submitted it to you.
Then it doesn't exist.
It does exist. I wrote it down before I even started it,
No,
and then I
you
lost
dropped
it. But I do have a plan.
You
I went over it
professional
with
artist,
Clara.
you.
No, I went over it with Clara, and it
I
helped
never
actually
did
turn out-
done anything
I
with
agree.
it, but I wrote it down.
But Queldar, you're right because writing it down does solidify it and put you back on that path. And I especially needed this. It's when you started getting on my case about 2 or 3 weeks ago with this. That's when I started like cutting my workload back again, refocusing. So yeah, there's value. I'm actually writing it out right now. So
You need
but-
to submit it to me so I can tell you everything that's wrong with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, is this like a napkin sketch, like just like bullet points? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is
Are
that
you
what we're
gonna
doing?
are you gonna ship me the napkin?
A napkin sketch.
No, I freaking yes. I will. But it's gonna go like
Shipping to Holland is going to be like $100 for the napkin.
money is not an issue for me. I get,
We
Well,
cover
buy
it.
him Copic markers while you're at it then.
my life is lucrative.
Yeah.
I don't need Coptic markers.
No, she's saying buy them for me.
No.
Yeah, since money's not an issue, you can buy us all Copic markers.
You know what is an issue though? Charity. I don't believe in it. So no.
All right, no free advice, I guess.
Yeah. Please get payment.
I ran out of
No
black.
free consulting.
Oh, this one looks amazing.
I'll draw
too,
it from
Laura.
you one way or the other.
I just did something to it before you said that.
No.
I thought.
Wait, what happened? What I miss?
I don't know. She did something to it, but I don't know what she did yet. Oh, she just says splattered on paint. I like that though. I don't know. Just experiment and have fun. Don't listen to me. You know
Louder,
what
you
you're doing.
never go straight black. You really mess that up. You got to start over.
You gotta apply whole, not black.
Yeah. Actually, that does kind of work.
Too late.
You know what that black reminds me of?
While you're
It reminds me of Queldar's presence.
While you're saying that, I'm currently putting different things in here. You guys gotta be faster. Like, dudes. I know.
Trying.
I know.
I'm
It's not your fault.
There's no trust on this channel.
No, you get kicked out the moment that you come in and get told that you're just leaving and that you don't know how to use technology.
Yeah.
But
It's
nobody
a,
told me that. But
it's a cruel world out there, and you gotta grow up, right, Lewis? Otherwise, you're gonna get stepped on by life and mean people. And we're just trying to strengthen everyone, you know?
give you thick skin so
Just
that you
telling
can play
them-
League of Legends.
That there are people out there that will treat them, unlike us, much worse.
Did you just say get thick skin by playing League of Legends?
No, I said get thick skin so you can play League
Play
of Legends.
League
Yeah.
of Legends. Well, I have pretty thick skin.
You should play it.
What's
Around
this
your,
supposed to mean?
where do you have thick skin, Lewis? Maybe we don't want to know.
My biceps, because if it wasn't thick, my skin would just tear apart where the muscle bulges. And so the skin said, look, we have to be thicker to contain the bicep
The bicep.
dis maximus muscle.
Right.
And it agreed and it became thicker, but also very, flexible and bronzed.
Hmm.
I love this painting. You're just gonna ignore all of that, but this painting looks really good.
Yeah, I think I like it a lot better with the dark teal.
I do too.
I feel like,
Uh,
yeah, you can
this
put
was
a
my favorite
face in
so far.
here. Yeah. It's not too bad. We can do it. Can we do another one? I'm completely out of teal. I can make more teal.
You could try it, or you don't want to mix another color. Yeah. I know, I like the teal. That's kind of
Yeah.
the best part.
It is. Are you guys
I like
up for another half hour? I can do another one.
Yes.
All right. Cool. I think I have another. Okay. Yeah, I have another little canvas out here. Okay, I shall
Use
return.
my canvas with the hands on it.
No, I wouldn't.
I know. I actually have a lot of canvases. I probably should have sent you more canvases because I have a lot of them that I don't like that you could have used for pours. And that was a mistake that I didn't send them to you. Maybe I'll send them to you in a different package next time we do an art swap.
Coldar, what do you want? You want this like where I'm at in a year or just general? What do you want?
I want your 5-year plan. Lewis.
5-year plan? Okay.
5-year plan. You know,
Just send
guys,
me whatever you
can-
have, and then I'll tear it apart.
incorporate
Okay.
me in this plan. I want to be part of Queldar's what's it called? Business advice. Is that what it's
I
called?
can say this, and because I'm going to say it here because this is good conversation since Laura and I are trying to do very similar things. When I first started YouTube, I was like, yeah, like I had a sub number goal and all this stuff. Then I changed my mentality with that, and I just wanted to, because I found that when I started thinking like I need to gain subs, I started doing things just mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it doesn't work because that's a shifting landscape as far as algorithms and all that stuff, and it also makes your work seem fake, and I don't like it, and it kind of repulsed me. And so I noticed that too with posting it on Instagram. I think we've discussed this before. So I just went back to, I mean, just really just want to have fun with this, put the work in, and build it naturally, and put my knowledge out there. That's essentially it. But focusing on the channel. Like I said, I can't do too much. I'm just going to focus on the YouTube, and once things grow, whenever they do, I can slowly, once I get things moving and once I'm a little bit more used to the workload or what have you, giving more attention to, say, Instagram, like, perhaps add that in, because if you have a large YouTube account, you can grow your Instagram off it. So that's kind of how, instead of saying I'm going to grow my Instagram and YouTube, I'm just going to grow YouTube and then use that later on when it's larger, to grow. So that's my mentality. The 5-year plan, I don't know, but I mean, I just being off. You've been doing the same thing, Laura. Like, you do what you want. You're not trying to, and that's the best thing. Like, just want to have fun with it. You want to help people, and you want to do good work. And that's it. Like, that's essentially it. I don't have a subscriber goal.
You know what my goal is, Lewis? And
what's that?
Quelder, my goal is, well, you're probably there, but I'm not there. I just want to be financially independent. And I want to be stable on my feet by being an artist and making money, mostly passively, hopefully, through...
Oh, that'd be great.
I want to do some online courses that will just sell. I want to do some amazing merch that will just sell. And, people... I don't want to... People that want to... I want to make something that people love, Like, I want to do something that people will say, oh, that person has the coolest merch, and, they would love to wear my stuff. Or they just have to have my art, and I can just do whatever I want to do and not commissions, because, to be honest, commissions are my favorites. At the moment, I can't bash them because I paint murals and they make the most money. I, teach classes, which also aren't my favorite, but overall it's fun to teach people in person. I make connections and stuff. Maybe it just takes a little time to get used to it. But overall, I would be just happiest living a life of... in my studio, like, I don't want to get out too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miriam, actually, I did have my name there. I don't want to say more because Clara's gonna be sad that she didn't get the package, but I did have something else that had my name on it. So, yeah, it was branded. Yeah.
No. I mean, that makes sense.
To be honest, I think they just kept it for the chocolate and the tea that I sent.
There's chocolate?
There's chocolate.
Oh,
how could there be a package without chocolate?
I mean, I didn't send you chocolate.
You sent me tea and a sweet note, which I didn't send you a sweet note. But that was my sweet note.
That is a sweet note. There is a sweet note in chocolate.
You're right. You can't win them all. It's alright. No worries. Okay, I'm gonna make some lighter... Oh, I still have turquoise. Oh, great. Thought that I had to make more turquoise. And maybe I'll make more pearl white. And that'll be it, right? Just pearl white.
Yeah, I like the pearl white.
Yeah, so I definitely need clarity most of all. Just clarity in my strategy, because I want all these things, but and this is my strategy. I'm just kind of bad at implementing it, like disciplining myself and doing the things. Or just not finding enough time to make the merch and not finding enough time to make the course. That was my goal for this year, to make the painting course. and merch, and I didn't do any of those well enough or at all. But I did do an acrylic painting course in person, which, you know, I didn't have on my plan. So things just kind of got shifted a little bit.
There's nothing wrong about things not going to plan. I mean, you make a
Right.
plan and that's good, but I think to me, my advice that I'm going to give you from what I've learned in marketing and life is you need to be adaptable. You need
Mhm.
to be able to have a goal, kind of what you roughly want to do, but keep that goal very generic and free flowing. And the
Right.
biggest thing is you need to test about what's working, because the truth of the matter is nobody actually knows what the
Mm.
right move is for you. And
Right.
you don't know, you shouldn't be expected to know that either. The best
Mhm.
thing for you to do is just to kind of keep things clear in your mind on what you want,
Mhm.
and to make sure that everything that you're doing is aligning to that,
Mhm.
and then to constantly test of whether it works or not. Don't spin your wheels on stuff that doesn't work. And sometimes that can take a bit of an ego hit, because you might really like an idea and think this is great, but it
Mhm.
doesn't work, so you shouldn't do it. And so I think it's important to always take time to test and figure out, is this working? And if it's not, be okay with letting go and moving on with something else.
Yeah. That all takes time.
It
But
does take time,
solid
and it
advice.
takes,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of work to it. You need to be kind of analytical with what you're doing. I mean, not everything is creative and fun. You know, it is work. It's real work you have to put in, but you need to figure out, yeah, like, does this strategy that I'm doing in this technique, is this getting me closer to my goal or not? And I
Mhm.
think it's the more frequently you can do that, the better. The quicker you're gonna meet your goal.
Yeah. Thank you. Can you put that in writing for me?
Yeah.
No, this is theory that I do know, and it's very good advice.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know this, but I think a
Yeah.
lot of people, they get confused because they'll follow guides or they'll listen to
Mm.
other people and they'll be like, "Oh, I have to do this. This is the answer." Or
Yeah.
they'll like feel real strongly, and that's just not how it works. There is no answer. You can get ideas and follow what other people are doing that is successful, but it might not work for you, and it also doesn't differentiate yourself from them. So, if you want something unique to you, you just need to constantly test it. And the best way to test it is to ask people and find a way, like it, like almost like a science.
Mhm.
You figure out, you know, you have, I guess, a control, and you have something different that you do, and you just tweak it until you get into whatever results you're looking for, and have something measurable. Having
Yeah.
something measurable is really important. I mean, I know that might suck the fun out of it, but
No,
it's
you're right.
important.
You're right. It's good to be a little cool-minded. Let's see what Miriam said. Also write it down. Yes, it's so easy for the days, months, years to go by, and you still haven't planned a way to get closer to your own goals. I know. I write things down all the time, and I journal almost every morning, and I write the stuff down, and you know, I mean,
You're
I'm
good on
moving.
that then,
I'm
probably.
moving. Hmm?
You're good on that. If you're keeping your goals in mind, I
Yeah.
think you're good. It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I guess the point I want to really make, that I kind of started but lost saying, is it's okay to be adaptable. It's okay if you go in a different direction than you initially thought.
Mhm.
That is totally fine. That's actually
Yeah.
pretty normal, just as long as it's in line with your final goals. But it's okay for you to do something you never thought would be a good idea. If it
Right.
works out, who cares? You know, just be open
Yeah.
to it.
And considering I have so many things, I suppose goal is the thing to keep in mind, the goal. And then all the daily and monthly things, they have to align with that, and yeah, and staying disciplined. Yeah, true. True. So, considering you said that, Clara, I'll be very happy if you guys would be my kind of accountability. Can we be accountability partners and keeping each other, you know, helping each other to
I'd
give
like that.
feedback and to see what, like, honestly, if I tell you I want to do this t-shirt design, would you even consider wearing it? Because I think that overall, you know, we're artists, and maybe since we're together, you know, hanging out, we kind of have a lot of things in common and a lot of things that we might resonate with. So if you guys would
Yeah.
wear something that I would design, that I would totally design that. And you don't have to actually wear it. I just want to see if it would be a good design, or what would you change, or
So to be
well,
honest with you about it.
right. Yes.
And let me ask you, I'd do that. Yes. And let me ask you a question, like, cause,
Sure.
um, like, do you have somebody,
No.
who, who basically, like, is your target, who loves your work? You know, like, that's the type of person you're reaching out to. You know what I mean? And I'm sure they're probably in stream, but like the type of person, kind of like, well, I guess my last video that I did was based off of, especially Queldar had said something. He said, you know, like, when I write this stuff down, when I, you know, when I do the markovers and stuff, that's very helpful. Clara said, you know, like how I draw over her work, that really helps. So I kind of put that stuff into that because, you know, I was trying to teach that and trying to be as helpful as I can. So that was feedback from, you know, people who are learning from me. And then, you know, Jinshin, of course, is like ideal. He's young. He just, you know, he's trying to go into that work. So I kind of listen to them. I'm trying to. I'm not doing this perfectly. I'm not lecturing you on this. But
Mhm.
like people like that, do you have somebody like that where they can kind of influence your direction and be like, okay, this is how I reach them?
I'll have to think about that. Huh.
Because Claire said that. Claire said, she's like, you have to listen to, you know, this person, because like in
Right.
Queldar, because they're the ones who, like, they, you know,
Mhm.
ask them this, ask them that. That like, I know it doesn't seem like I do, but I really listen to
Mhm.
that type of advice, and it really affects what I do. And because otherwise you're just, you know, trying to put a circle through a square hole or whatever, or a square
Right.
peg into a circular, you know, you're going to force it, and it could be good stuff, but you can reach people that way without changing your work. It's just how to reach them, modify your plans and stuff to get to who you want to influence. Like if you have somebody like that who can influence you, who like is you're like, yeah, this is the type of person that I'm wanting to reach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this, I think I shared with you, Lewis, is like kind of marketing 101. A lot of these big companies that have a brand, they have a very specific target market that they're trying to reach. And it is literally to like, we're looking for women in their 40s who like cats and are good with technology. Like, it's very specific on what they're targeting. And then they will make all content to that target. And I know, like, for what maybe you guys are doing, that seems kind of a little too business, but
Mhm.
that mindset of doing it that way, it might seem backwards, but doing it in that direction is going to give you the least amount of work that you actually have to do. You're going to have to do least, if you have something in mind of what you're trying to aim for and what you know that people want, it'll make less searching for that. And I mean, part of it is searching to figure out who your target market is, but that's really good advice, Lewis.
Well, that was kind of your advice, and but it's also Sean Kinnell Louder talked about it. He calls it the avatar. But what I found when I was studying, there's only so much you can study, and then you have to start doing, and then from there, that's when it starts. If you're open to it, it starts becoming organic. That's why I was saying that type of stuff. Like my streams are invaluable to me because that's where I get the most, you know, I'm able to talk to people about, not just like, you know, you get every once in a while a little piece of gold in a comment here or there,
Mhm.
in videos, but the streams are very helpful because
So
of
Yeah.
that. At least that's with me. Now with you it's different. I'm not saying like I don't have this all figured out. I'm not trying to talk like I do, but I think if you had, because I have I'm getting an idea through trying organically through doing this. And I'm constantly trying to listen to people and really figure out what it is that they want and how, like what videos helped them and what parts helped them and what parts, like, you know, Queller was saying, I'm talking too fast in the videos. Go back and watch them. I'm like, yeah, I am. And it's some of them are funny. but it's just like, the information's too quick, not well organized. It could be better, and I could have done it more efficiently. And these are the things that I look at, because those are the types of people that I'm trying to reach. You can still put the humor in, but that type of feedback, because if you want to do a program or whatever, you're going to be reaching those people, and that program needs to be an accumulation of your knowledge of all the videos you've already done. You want it to be exceptional, not just
Right.
an extension of a video, but you have to pay for it, right? So with me, I'm not saying you need to do this, and this might not even be the right move. I'm waiting on that. Like, I'd like to do courses and programs later. I'm going to do it now because it would spread me too thin. I'm trying to grow my channel, and that's it. I'm just trying to focus. I'm refocusing, grow my channel, painting my paintings, and just not sucking, which is actually hard sometimes for me. That's it. Because I know when I grow the channel, I'll get better, I'll have more knowledge, and I'll be able to perhaps take on, if it comes, a program or something, I can start working on it, as I do these things. That's with me. With you, you might be, like the merchandise with me. If I do that, I don't know if I will, but that will come a little bit later, because right now, who am I going to sell it to? Right? And by the time I do have like enough people who might buy it, I might have come out with something better, right?
Right.
That's my mentality with that. So I don't know, but our businesses are different, but we're kind of in the same thing. So I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. Take what you want from that, because not everything I say is going to fit you. And I'll probably change a lot of what I have to say as I go along, because I'm learning this stuff as I go. It's very difficult.
Yeah, very good point, actually. I need to focus on less things, because I've been trying to do too many things, I think. And I think every single thing I'm focusing on another audience. Like with my YouTube channel, it's a different audience than with my courses, which is another audience than my merch, and another audience from my murals. So it's
So
like my head.
There's nothing wrong with doing multiple things at once for either of you. If you want to focus on Instagram, YouTube videos, classes, like you can do those if you're organized and you know how to fit them together. But there is something wrong with going for different audiences. You should have one clear audience and target. Be super targeted. If you want to be successful as a business, if you want to be happy as a person, that's a different thing. But if you want to be successful as a business, you need to have one clear targeted audience that you understand very well, and everything that you create should push towards that, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, in-person classes. Everything should go and fit that audience.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you, Clara. Thank you, Lewis. And
You're
thank
welcome.
you, Quelder. I think,
Like
good
Laura,
conversation.
I would say, like, okay, so if I was you, and don't let this get in your head, just take it with a grain of salt, okay? Because I might be totally wrong.
Everything you say, I take with a grain of salt,
Good.
Lewis.
That's probably smart. So I would focus on improving your channel and really trying to go out and see who you're like, because there are already people right now who love your work, like, but who are like going into that and what direction you want to go, and find those people, because you have some people who take your classes and ask them, and then try to improve your videos. Like, they've gotten so much better recently, I think. And because you're like coming out of your shell and you're starting to put cameras, you're not scared to put yourself in it. And I think if you, and your channel's growing, and I think you should just keep on doing that, with the understanding that once you get that channel up, and like Sean says, it doesn't need to be like freaking 50,000 people, right? Just grow it up a little bit more, and then at that point you'll have, you'll have some reach, and you'll be able to, and you'll have more experience, and you'll be able to put more into all these other projects. So think about those projects, but I would focus on doing your channel right now. And I mean, that's me. Now, I don't know everything in your life, so that might be bad advice, So anyway,
Yeah.
that's what I would say. Like focus on it, and make it ultra good. Say, I'm just gonna have fun with this and make this awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to grow and get reach, and if you get the reach, then you can do all these things that you want. You'll probably have the experience to be able to, the knowledge at that point to do it.
To be honest,
how
I
I would-
haven't even focused on growing subscribers because my subscribers are growing and I'm almost at a 1K. But geez, my hours are less than a half a year ago. I don't know what happened. So I'm really low at hours. So now I'm just trying to make something that people like, you
Mm.
know? I mean, not necessarily it's trying to find what works for me, like you said, but not focusing on that. I want to have fun with it for sure, because I don't want to just grind it. I want to provide value while having fun and just also developing myself and my voice,
I think that's
all
awesome.
part of it.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's awesome. That's such a great mentality, and I mean, just be open to your audience and just, but like again, the purity of intention is very important, and people can see that, and your work's going to be better if it's something like you gotta list. You can't be like, oh, I'm the only one who like, as long as I like it, that's good. You need to enjoy it. You need to do it because you like doing it, not just because you want to get subs. If you do things just to
Right,
get
right.
subs, people see that, and you're
Mhm.
not going to feel good about that.
No, I
Yeah,
want
that's
people to
different.
enjoy what I do, and I don't
Exactly.
really, care for subs. Like, I'm not
But-
even mentioning it anymore most of the times, because if somebody likes it, if they're smart enough, which is the audience that I try to appeal to, they're gonna subscribe. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to even want the dummies that don't know where the subscribe button is, probably. No?
That's a weird thing with me. I always felt like a gut instinct saying just don't do it with me.
Mhm.
I've just felt that way. And
Sometimes
I
I put
in
it at the
some-
end. Yeah.
And one of them I told people not to sub, which I
I
thought
That was great.
I thought it was
and
funny.
if I do anything, it would not that. But just to ask people, I've stopped.
It's kind
I
of
think
like begging for money, Lewis, isn't it? It's like begging. Like,
Unless
be
they
my
do it-
subscriber, like this. Like,
Exactly.
do you like
I
it? Just the button's right there. Jeez, open your eyes.
something rubs me the wrong way about that. It just doesn't
Hold on,
work.
hold on. There's one thing I want to say,
Yes,
and
finally.
you don't have to ask for it. I know it's like I can't get a word in edgewise. You don't have to ask for it, but you can have a very subtle animated pop-up.
I
just in
do
the
that.
corner.
Yeah. At the end,
And
usually.
that's fine. That's fine. That's enough.
Yeah.
I don't even like that. I just don't. I don't know what it is.
Then
You
your
gotta
channel will
realize-
suffer.
You gotta realize too, though, Lewis. Like you don't ask for it, right? Like during your streams, and sometimes I'll say it when I'm on the
Mhm.
voice chat, and
Mhm.
people will do it, and it's like it's not like they don't want to.
Mhm.
It's just they don't think of it.
They
you
don't
know?
think.
They don't
So it's
remember.
just a little-
Exactly.
it's
This
just
is
a
true.
little reminder, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, of course I want to support this guy, so I will do
This
it."
is
you know?
true.
So
Yeah,
you know what
you're
I do?
absolutely right.
If I do it at the end nowadays, because if somebody stays until the last minute,
Mm,
then they're sure that they enjoy the video, and then I'll
Right.
just have like a thumbs up thing going over the screen that I think it's kind of cute, and then I'll have like a subscribe that it disappears in a second.
right.
Yeah, I don't like to say it. I don't know what it is. You know how Sean Cannell is always, and all of these people are all like, energy, smile, smile. And for God's sakes, in the first video, I'm like doing jumping jacks before I recorded, and then I'm like, can I make my smile even bigger? Oh,
Oh, no.
and then when I looked at my videos, I just look stupid to me. I'm like, I'm not like that in real life. In real life, I'm this person who barely smiles, and most of the time, sometimes I like to have fun, but I'm not like smiling out of nowhere for no reason. I just don't
There's-
seem genuine, and it takes so long to get your, I don't know, real voice. And how do you even, I don't know, it's like a puzzler. To be in
It
front
doesn't
of the
work for me
camera.
either. If I
Yeah.
did that, I mean, I did that for one or two of the videos in the beginning, and I said, and granted, you look at yourself different than other people do, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's jarring to see yourself
It's-
represented in that way. I get it.
I don't
I
know.
just-
It seems fake to me. I seem
Oh,
fake to me when I look
exactly.
at myself. I'm like, my God. I'm like trying to make myself smile for somebody else, you know?
I think your
Weird.
videos have been very good though, and here's the thing: you have a very weird sense of humor, and when I say weird, that essentially means it's not normal, it's not boring.
Hmm.
People go for that stuff
Yeah.
because it's authentic and it's natural to you. You might not think that,
No.
but when you
Uh,
unleash yourself in the way that you have of describing yourself or describing or storytelling is unique. I think
yeah.
it is.
I would
you know?
definitely like, because I'm very just putting more of me, like you said, like my personality, and incorporating that into art, like
Mhm.
philosophy and art, you know, like deep thought in art and a bit
Definitely.
of, nihilism and sort of sarcasm or cynicism, like JP Sears, only
Mhm.
a little more cynical, I suppose.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure there's a big audience for that. I mean, I'm part of this Facebook group called Casual Nihilism. If all these people would like, art, I could totally bomb it over there. Like, oh my God, these people are so my kind of people. But
Right.
then if I adopt that into art, it just feels kind of broken or not
Mm.
incorporated, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Clara was gonna say something, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, this was something I was thinking of when I was having, I don't know, I guess shower thoughts.
Shower
What
thoughts are
makes a good story, in my opinion, isn't often the content, like the content of the story, or keeping the story being concise is somewhat important so you don't lose them. So
Mhm.
people get all focused in, well, I'm boring, so I'm just gonna trying to make the story as quick as possible and just say the facts,
Right.
which doesn't work. So what do you
Right.
do? What makes a story actually interesting is inserting your opinion. The more you insert your opinion, how did it make you
Right.
feel in each situation?
Mm.
Makes for a more interesting story, I think.
See, and that's a really scary part, because I think a lot of people are afraid to do that. Like, and I
absolutely.
put myself in that category. Like, I sometimes am afraid of putting my opinion for the fear of people not, for the fear of being
Yeah.
ridiculed or laughed at, or
But you're
somebody.
not gonna do yeah, but you're better off doing that, because if you don't, you're never gonna make everyone happy.
Right.
And
So I need to
you
be
don't-
more ruthless with the people, and just like Lewis.
not necessarily ruthless, just share how it made you feel.
No, she's right. She's right.
No, it can be kind thoughts. It doesn't have to be mean thoughts. It doesn't just when you tell a story, don't just say the facts. Say why you like them, why it spoke to you, why it's something that means something to you, and that's what people connect with.
This is true.
I can give an example of a story if you guys want to hear.
Sure. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna do another pour because we're still here, and I feel like I'm gonna. Why not do some art while we're having a deep conversation? Cool. Go on, Clara.
So here's a story, and this is how I embellish the story.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a Monday after work. I was driving home and going through traffic, and it takes me an hour to get home. So I'm very moody when I get home because I hate traffic in Atlanta. And I was driving home, and I was like, you know what? I got that call from the post office woman. I'm going to stop by this Gable Hills apartment complex because I need to keep trying to figure out where this painting is that Laura sent me. So I looked up on the map, and the post office woman was very vague. She was not helpful at all. Initially she was helpful, and that was awesome, but this time she was not. And so when she called, I was like, so where is the package? Because basically what happened in a nutshell is I gave Laura the wrong address. I gave her my apartment number for the street number, but they still delivered it, and they delivered it to I don't know where, to a non-existent address. And so that's why I went to this Gables Hill apartment complex to try to find the package. And so I was going to go into the leasing office and just, I don't know, kind of explain my situation and hope they'd take pity on me and help me get the package, because it's kind of a weird thing to go to a random like apartment complex and be like, hey, I don't live here, but can you get me some package that got delivered here? And I knew for sure it was I felt pretty confident it was there, because even though the post office woman was really unhelpful, she was also like very, I don't know, I think they're not supposed to tell the location, but she saw the actual location. And she was like, it's in the woods. It's delivered at this apartment complex. It's by this road. And she gave me a lot of clues. So I felt pretty, even though it was the wrong address and she wasn't going to help me like get it back, whatever, I felt pretty confident about it. So I got out of my car once I got there, and I was going to get into leasing office. And there was this squirrel that was just like right in front of the door. And I was like, oh, it's cute. There's a lot of squirrels, no big deal. So I walked up closer. The squirrel didn't budge. It just kept looking at me. I took another step towards the squirrel. Like normally when you walk towards a squirrel, they run away.
Right.
They'll like slowly walk away, or they'll like look at you and then just bolt. This one walked towards me.
Wow. Oh, that's freaking scary.
Yeah. And so I took another step. It walked towards me again, like a few little steps, and just kept staring at me.
Freaking creepy.
So then I started to back off. Like slowly.
This is a great story.
Slowly backing off, and the squirrel just still like few more steps towards me.
Oh my god.
and it started going towards my car, so I started going around like the leasing office to avoid the squirrel, and it like disappeared, and I was like, oh, I didn't know where it was. I couldn't see it in sight, which was almost scarier, because I was like, you've seen those like or heard those stories where there's like rabid rodents that like suddenly jump up on you and like bite you at the neck, kind of like, what was that one movie, The Holy Grail? But Ted Bundy.
That was great.
Yes, I thought that was going to happen to me. So I just ran. I like couldn't see it anymore. So I thought it was going to jump in after me. So I went inside the leasing office and I was like panting and out of breath because I was so scared, like legitimately scared.
Yeah.
So they obviously looked at me like I was a total weirdo.
Were you wearing your fancy flip-flop sandals?
No.
That's hilarious.
If you were wearing some Doc Martens, you're gonna kick that MF.
No, I was probably wearing my work shoes, probably like high heels, so not very effective for
in the woods.
Yeah. So she looked at me like and saw that I was in pure panic and distress, and she was like, "What is wrong? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "There's a squirrel out there." And I knew like the moment those words came out of my mouth that she thought I was ridiculous.
There's a squirrel.
You don't understand. There's a squirrel. Like, yeah, we're like surrounded by squirrels where I live. Like, they're everywhere. And she was like, okay. So she walked to the door and like, look, there's no squirrel out there. She's like, oh. And I was like, no, you don't understand. The squirrel was walking towards me. And she still was like, okay, I guess that's kind of different. So then I decided to just drop it, and I asked her about the package, and she was also kind of confused, but very helpful. She let me look at the package room. Wasn't in there, and then I was like, sometimes the packages get delivered straight to the door, so if you want to, we'll let you go to that random person's apartment and knock on their door. They didn't say that, but they basically said that. And so I walked all around and tried to find, it was like a big complex, like it wasn't tall, it was like wide, like a lot of different apartments, and I finally found the building that I live at. Well, I didn't live at, but was the same unit, which is, I don't know if it matters, 1225. And it was the same exact apartment number as mine. And I got to the door and I knocked on it. Nobody answered. I was still like feeling the rush of the squirrel, and I was still feeling the rush of like, I'm so close to getting this package, but what do I say when this random person opens the door? nothing. And so I was like just kind of panicking a little bit and trying to like not think too much about it. And I think I messaged Laura. I was like, I'm at the door. I don't know what to. I'm so close. And
She said, "What did
yeah.
the package look like?"
Well, yeah, what did the package look like? I'm so close. And I knocked like 3 times, which I thought was like the adequate amount to knock without being like a bothersome, because I don't want to upset them and have
Right.
them like open the door and take out like a shotgun and shoot me.
Like,
But-
no, not that squirrel again.
So yeah, no, in the end I didn't get the package, and I walked back to the leasing office and let them know no luck, and they gave me their email, and I emailed them, you know, and asked them if they would like contact the person for me or see what they can do, and they said they would. They seemed pretty sympathetic, especially seeing how upset I was from the squirrel. But here's the crazy part: as I was walking back to my car, there were bunnies that were hopping past my car, but they weren't like your typical like woodland bunnies that are round. These were like obviously someone's pet that they like named Oreo or something.
They're like Teletubby.
spotted.
Teletubbies bunnies.
Yeah, I don't know. They're pet bunnies. They were not wild bunnies,
Yeah,
and they
wow.
were giant, and
Wow.
they were hopping right in front of my car. I was like, this apartment has a rodent problem
Wow.
going on. So I mean, they were probably not going to hurt me. They were just bunnies, but it just freaked me out because of that. freaking
Just bunnies.
squirrel. Yeah, and so I got in my car, and the leasing lady noticed the bunnies, and she was like, I've not seen these before. I've heard of them. I've heard the rumors that there are these bunnies, but you must be pretty freaked out right now with, you know, your squirrel situation. I'm like, yes, I am.
This is great.
So that's the whole story.
That's a really good story. I like that one. That's funny.
It's a good story.
Yeah. So at least we got a good story out of
We
giving you
did.
the wrong address.
You know what? There was the story that I was gonna talk about on my channel. I was gonna introduce my whole social. I was gonna do some personal videos, like kind of like art vlog type videos, or kind of like the more about the artist rather than the art. So this one was gonna be about social anxiety and artists, and I was gonna paint a painting that is bushes, and then somebody just peeking from behind the bushes. And I was gonna tell the story that one day I was in my backyard. I think I was having a cigarette. I know, whatever. And my neighbors were just walking past, and instinctually I hid from my neighbors, and then I went inside, I think, and they approached my house, and again I hid. And that's when I realized that I have social anxiety. Or something similar to that. My story was so much better. Now that time has passed, I kind of forget the exact story, but it was a lot about hiding from my neighbors.
I did the same thing.
I don't know, just, you know. Oh, that's what it was. They were, you know what it was? They were walking their dog, and their dog stopped by my trash cans, and he peed or something on my trash cans, and I hid. Although they were the ones doing something wrong. I was the one that was hiding because I didn't want to hold a conversation or say hello.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't as funny, was it? It's just, see,
No, it's
it
funny.
All
wasn't
of it's
it wasn't
pretty funny.
properly delivered. I need
think
to
you
work
did
on
it.
my storytelling skills.
Yeah, there is an art to it. There are certain people that I feel like are better. It's something I'm still trying to practice. But I think that's one of the secrets that I've noticed of between good stories and bad stories is you put your emotions in it. You don't need to like completely draw it out, but
Mhm. Yeah.
explain how you feel in it. Don't forget that. That's something I think a lot of people forget because they're too afraid that they're droning.
Yeah, sometimes I do it too fast because I don't want to bore people, and then I miss on all the juicy details and adverbs and adjectives, and you know.
Well, I mean, you don't need to like embellish it so that he loses the story either. But I don't know. I think Yeah, I think being authentic is a big part of it. Ooh, you're using the palette knife. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the thing that I'm
Ladies,
supposed to be
I
paying
have
attention
to go. I gotta run.
Okay, Louis, thank
But
you.
very good stream. Thank you so much, Laura.
Very good.
Clara and
Thank you,
Coldart.
Louis. I'm gonna torch this and skedaddle too. Gotta get ready to go to the studio shortly.
Awesome.
Yes,
Yeah, I
and
gotta get some
then-
stuff done.
Tomorrow's the big art show. I'm so excited. I'm probably gonna post a lot of shorts.
Cool.
Highlights exactly from the studio. But once I get my 1K watch out world, I'm gonna be going live from anywhere from my phone, because you can do that when you get 1K.
I didn't know that. That's pretty
woo!
sweet.
I know.
You
it's gonna
should
be
do
awesome.
like some sort of like contest or celebration or something when you hit 1K.
What should I do,
subscribers.
Clara? I will. A giveaway, right? A giveaway.
A giveaway is
and-
what most people do.
Yeah.
Or you could do a draw this in your own style. I don't know how that is for
Yeah.
YouTube,
Ooh.
but I don't know, something like to give back to the community is what I
Yeah.
normally think of.
All right, I will see y'all
Bye, Louis.
next week.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye, Liz.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Did everybody lisp when they said goodbye to Louis? Or
Bye,
just me?
Lilith. Definitely lift.
Well, guys, I'm
Color-
really liking this one way better than the previous one.
I
Well,
like this one a
I
lot.
like it. I like those
I like the
ribbon
foam
looking.
you had.
Yeah. Yeah, that torching really brings out all the little lacing. All right, well, Clara, you're gonna have a lot to choose from.
Good. I like all of them, honestly. I couldn't even choose. You're so I don't know. The pores really kind of amaze me. They're really you have a lot of experience, you can tell, in knowing what to do. There's definitely an art to it more than you think there is.
There definitely is. I mean, sometimes I don't know when to stop, but I think that's not, I think every artist can go through that. But yeah, there is a certain sort of experience that comes with, like, it's kind of like an instinct. Like with everything, you kind of do it by feel, and
Yeah,
it
of
takes
course.
time, like hands-on, to see how the paint feels and how it moves and what to do and stuff. And yeah, that's something to be learned. So thank you so much, Clara, and thank you, Quelder. Are you still here? Maybe not. Maybe
He might have
oh,
made dinner.
yeah. Well, thank you, Quelder, and thank you, Miriam. I know she left, but thanks, Clara. You're a trooper for hanging with me.
Of
And,
course, I enjoy it.
Cool. Well, I'll keep in touch, and I'll see you on Instagram. And tomorrow I'll post some stuff on YouTube, live, not live, but nearly live.
I'm looking forward to it. Wish you luck on your art show tomorrow.
Thanks, Clara. Love you, and I'll see you.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye.